Hey, this is Pat, and today we're checking out the all-new Kriega R25 V2 backpack. Now, if you're not familiar, Kriega is one of the more premium backpack manufacturers when it comes to motorcycling, commuting, even bicycling. They have a lot of great options for riders out there, designed by riders, which I think is one of the most crucial elements when you're coming out with something, especially at the premium price point, using premium materials and giving a great commuter option. Now, I've been using Kriega for years. I actually used to own the original R25 that came out in 2013, and I love this V2. I've actually been using this for about 2 weeks now to go ahead and test it out, and I really dig the updates. You are getting a price increase, so you go up about $70 from the original V2, which again came out in 2013, which is pretty standard for that timeline. But the main difference is you are getting a fully waterproof main compartment that can hold up to 20 liters. The whole bag is 25 liters, but that waterproof compartment, which I think is the most crucial, especially for you commuter riders out there, is the 20-liter capacity. So I really like that update, and I think it really justifies that $70 price up. And we're going to see that pretty much across Kriega's line. It seems like they're adding waterproofing into it, knowing how crucial that is for riders out there, especially commuters that are typically running their backpacks on here. Main construction, though, you're looking at Scholler Dynatac, a little bit of 1000D DuPont Cordura. You got 420 nylon ripstop throughout, so they're really beefing up the main construction, so it's not going to be something that snags. It's not going to be something that if you do go down or it has a little slide, it's going to hold up and really protect everything that's inside of it, which is crucial on there. But let's get into a lot of the features here. Starting at the top, you do have a pretty aggressive carry handle, and underneath that is the snap for the main compartment of the jacket. So you can release it there, and then it's a roll top style, so there's 2 snaps on each side. And you want to make sure you're actually throwing this down 3 full rolls to make sure it is waterproof and tucking it down. But this is the main update that we're seeing from the last version, is this full white interior. I'm not going to show you the interior of the bag because it's actually just all white, but this is a removable waterproof liner, so if it does wear out over time, you can replace it, and it's velcroed, extremely aggressive velcroed into place inside there to then make that entire compartment waterproof. Underneath that waterproof liner is actually going to be an option and a hanger to add a hydration pouch if you want. If you're maybe doing longer touring rides, or if you're riding off-road and you need to add that in there, they do have the option to, and it's going to be behind that. But the main important part is this waterproof liner, which we've seen Kriega been using for years, and I love that they're bringing it to the R25 platform because I think it just makes it that much more versatile for riders out there. That's going to be the main compartment where you have 20 liters of capacity. If we look at the second pocket, it's going to be underneath these 2 adjustment straps on the side. You actually get 4 of these, 2 on each side to go ahead and cinch down. If you don't have much in there, you can go ahead and remove that slack from the bag by going ahead and cinching it down. But you do have a pocket on the side that's going to be your laptop compartment. I like that it's side mounted. We see that a lot with traveling bags. If you're on an airplane, you have that in there. Even if you're just swinging it over your shoulder and keeping one on, you can actually reach inside this pocket. That's what I've been doing while I'm cycling with this, or if I'm commuting in, I just need to grab something real quick. But that fits a 15-inch laptop, no problem, inside of there, and I really dig that. There's one small pouch in there as well if you have like keys or something like that you want to store away, as well as a key hanger. But relatively, it's pretty basic just because that's the non-waterproof compartment. So it's just for a laptop quick storage if you think it's going to rain, or if you're trying to really protect everything, just make sure you're tossing all of that up into the waterproof roll top compartment. That's going to make sure it's protecting it fully. Big old patch of reflective on the back panel with the reflective Kriega logoing and the R25 logo. And you do have attachment points if you want to add one of their US size bags, their waterproof bags on the outside. If you want to add a little bit of storage, you do have connection points on each side. Spinning to the side, one thing I want to point out, and I love as a feature, and I've loved for years on Kriega, they do always include the excess strap stays so you can keep it from flapping in the wind. If you've ever been riding on the highway, commuting into your office, and a strap is loose and flapping against you, you really don't forget it. It's really annoying. So I like that they have that in there that easily locks into place. Spinning around to the back, the most notable feature I want to point out here didn't change from the last edition, but you do have the 2 pivoting buckles in the front. That helps just make it a lot easier when you're moving on the bike, moving around. It's going to move with you. But I love this huge patch that they have at the front because it helps alleviate all the pressure at the shoulders by putting it onto the chest. So if you're riding, if you've ever ridden with a backpack that doesn't have the connection across the front, that's where you really feel a lot of the fatigue is at the shoulders as the backpack's pulling away from you. Connecting it at the chest really helps alleviate that. Puts a lot more pressure on the chest than it does on the shoulders, which is a lot more bearable, especially for extended rides down there, so keep that in mind. More pops of that big reflective on the side. You do have a lot of people call in and ask us what these little tags are on the actual straps. Those are little measurement tools, so you can actually measure and put both straps in the same location. Otherwise, it's just a black strap. Kriega's been doing that for years. Just makes it easier when lining up each strap if you're not wearing it at the same time. If I go ahead and open this up, take a look at the inside of the back. You do have a reinforced foam padding, and I mentioned that you can add a hydration pouch for you. There's actually a pass-through for the tube on each side above each shoulder blade. Previously, it was just at the center, which could hit the back of your neck and then had to curl around. I like that they're giving you the option to run it either side that you want. The bladder is sold separately, but if you want to add that in there, it's a pretty easy install. 3D foam down here at the side waist, and one thing that remained the same from the previous version, you are getting CNC'd aluminum at the sides for the adjuster. It's just a pull style with these big handles. I do like those. You can actually adjust it while you're wearing it very easily. So I like that Kriega kept that in the design, just because that was a huge feature and a very positive thing from all the reviews that customers were really enjoying. And I know I enjoyed when I was running the original R25 previously. But all in, I think the main update is going to be that waterproof main construction to the main compartment. I think that is well worth the $70 increase alone. So I dig that Kriega is really thinking of it as a commuter side and a practicality side when they're building out this backpack. But if you have any other questions, feel free to click that info button that's going to take you over to the product page where you can read other rider reviews and see what other riders are saying about the new R25. If you still have questions after that, or if you're trying to figure out which option in Kriega's line is best for you, reach out to our customer service agents. They're all riders, happy to help you get set up for your next ride. I want to thank you for joining me and checking out the all-new Kriega R25 V2 backpack. I'm Pat, and I'll see you in the next video.